We've had a dig around the archives to get a taste of the annual ritual of opening weekend in days gone by, and we found this gem from about half a century ago. We're heading back to 1973, when Spectrum producer Jack Perkins joined Alan Wilkes, his Labrador dog Zara, and comrades on opening morning. It was recorded on Kohangatera, the nest of the sun, a network of lagoons along the Palliser Bay coast. Let's join Jack and Alan at daybreak as they wade out to place decoys all those years ago.
What's in the placing of the decoys, Alan?
Oh, not much. You just sort of put them out in a bit of a bunch. Just in front.
Are there different kinds of decoys? Are these greys or mallard, or meant to represent anything like that?
Yeah, well, you can see that one there's a mallard. And these...
It's the one with the
mallard hen, that other polystyrene one over there, and these cook ones sort of more like grey. Right. See if we can get a bang. Come on, Zara.
Here you go.
Bugging around.
What do conditions look like?
At this stage, not too hopeful. She's fairly clear looking. Not too much wind, but
What about the cloud level?
yeah, well, it's fairly high, and I think she's going to be a reasonably bright sort of day. It's always a good idea to just check down your barrels and make sure you've got no obstruction. Right, well, I think that we should get ourselves just out of the way. We might pull a duck or two in. Zara, come in here. Zara, here. Down. Zara, heel. Down. See, those birds came round then and had a look at those decoys. Zara, heel. Get in there. Down. By God, down. Your job will come in a minute. Down. I hope. I think I'll stand up and have a go at it now. Hey! Oh, you bastard, look at that. Hey! Come on, you bloody sod. Hit a bloody barn if I was inside it. It's a bit rough when you can't put them up, isn't it? I do that again, I'm going to walk outside. But jumping up and down sort of spoilt my shot. God, should have had him.
What's the skill in using the duck call?
Oh, I don't know. I think some blokes can make a much better noise with it than others. I just tend to sort of chatter away with it and make it sound like a happy duck. Oh, I think it does work. You know, a little while ago, that duck that landed on the other side there, I think when I started to call him, he definitely came over towards the decoys. I think it shows that that this is not an unnatural sound to them.
Are there any different patterns of sound you use with it? Whether, say, if there's a mallard or a grey?
No. I don't know. Some of your experts might think that they could make different noises, but certainly to my ear, they sound the same.
What's the duck population in the country like? About how many?
Well, it's pretty good. Wildlife reckon that last year the duck population was somewhere around 5,060,000, I think it was. And they reckon or about a fifth of those were taken during the season. But over 1 million ducks were shot by shooters last season.
Presumably this is taken to be a healthy kind of amount to take without depleting the stocks too much.
Yeah, they keep a pretty close eye on this, of course, and this is what governs the daily bag and the length of the season. the general duck population, and it is increasing. The numbers being taken each year are increasing. There are more licences being taken out each year.
Have you got any idea how many people would be out around the country shooting ducks this morning?
Around about 50,000, I think. I think that's around about the number that take out licences. I hope they're having a bit better luck than I am. That's a hell of a lot of ammunition being blasted off too. I'm not a duck shooter, I'm a wildlife conservationist. So we're not actually knee-deep in dead ducks, are we?
What are the kicks in getting out in an early autumn morning with the wind howling and sitting in a swamp waiting for ducks?
Oh, I'm damned if I know. I reckon it goes back to sort of primeval man. I think you'll find the sort of bloke who's daft enough to get up in the small hours of the morning, and he's the sort of bloke that isn't as civilised as some. He hasn't advanced. It's pretty close to sort of sitting at the mouth of your cave with your cooking fire and going out early in the morning waiting for game. There's an urge there that none of us understand. But it's just as damn well they're not relying on my gun for tucker at home.
Seems pretty tough. One morning, bit of bad luck, no ducks.
I don't know, it's... even though we've been here, what, an hour and a half now, and I've had 10 shots, I suppose, and no ducks. Well, I've got a few memories to take away with me. Those ducks coming in, the duck over the end of your barrels, and this is the sort of thing that keeps you going. The good memories that you've got.
What about the camaraderie of duck shooting when you boil the billy afterwards? Is there a fair bit in this?
Oh yes, I think there's quite a lot in this. Swapping the yarns, the bad luck, the tall stories. The bird that you might have got and the bird that got away.
How true is the image of the duck shooter as a guy with a gun in one hand and a hip flask in the other?
Ah, no, I think he's very much in the minority, and these days people are becoming much more safety conscious with guns. I don't think there are a hell of a lot of shooters go out with their hip flask, because I don't think that shooting and drinking just don't mix. It's a pretty lethal weapon, even though you wouldn't reckon it was the way I've been using it this morning on the ducks, but you only make one mistake with them. Hop house 7 and no ducks. It's no good, old girl, is it?
Oh, it's sitting here on all stiff now down my left leg. When a duck comes in, I'll stand up and I'll fall over.
But a few moments later, Alan forgets his stiffness when a grey flying low in front of the mai makes the best target yet.
Got it, swimmer. Zara, fetch.
She's seeing it okay?
The bloody swimmer. Oh, she'll get it all right. Zara, get out there and fetch. See, it's heading into that rafo. Zara, away and fetch. It's right on the edge there. I think it's pretty well done. No, she hasn't picked it up. Zara, away! Away! You see it splashing there? Zara, away! She hasn't picked it up yet. No, I can see the damn thing, but she can't. Away! I think she's onto it now, all right. Yeah, she's got it. Beautiful. That's where your dog's rusty. And see, now she's taken that one bird. You drop another one like that, she knows what she's looking for. But she wasn't working far enough away from me. We got one, Jack, we got one. That feels damn good. Like Zara went out there and retrieved the bird, and that's always a big thing, you know, to drop a bird and have your dog do a reasonable sort of retrieve. Zara, come. And give. You're a good girl. No, give. That's mine. Give. You're a good girl. I want it. I want it, old love. I know you swam a long, long way for that bird.
What happens to the birds that are just injured, or clip on the wing or something like that?
They normally die. This is what they refer to as the crippling loss. And they'll normally die because once they get the lead into them, they'll die from lead poisoning, if for nothing else. I reckon, of course, too, that there are quite a number of ducks die each year from lead poisoning, from the pellets that they pick up off the bottom in shallow water when they're feeding.
Are there any rules and regulations about safety? For example, we're here shooting across. What about the mai-mais just over there? Is there any chance that you could hit someone?
You wouldn't actually hit anyone. You could... That's your grey for you. Just come in like that.
Any luck?
No. God, I should have hit that one. A beautiful shot. He just kept flying.
There's not much chance of hitting anyone over there then?
Well, no, I think I heard earlier in the morning some shot landing on the water or among the raupo. But it'd be so spread out by the time it reached us or our shot reached them that, you know, you might get an odd pellet land on the top of your head, but there'd be no sting to it. It'd only be falling. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm going to roll a smoke, and then we'll just quietly sneak down and see if there's anything in that next backwater down there.
Our short trip to the next backwater does nothing for Alan's duck tally, but Zara nabs a possum.
It's got its head up and can get its claws and teeth at her. Come on, old girl, if you got it. I think you have. It's just about dead, I think. She gets her jaws across the back like that, but it doesn't last too long. You're a clever girl, aren't you? That's 2 possums and 1 duck. Come on, let's have a look at you. No, she's all right. Could even be just a splash of possum blood. I can't see any tear there. Well, this is as bad to let a bird dog go for a possum like that, 'cause it makes them as hard as blazes in the mouth. You know, as soon as she picks up a bit of fur, she can't really discriminate whether it's a possum that's going to attack her or a bird that's just got a little bit of life left in it. And the way she's got that possum grip there now, those jaws are like a vice. And she does the same thing with my duck. It's going to be mincemeat. Zara, I wish you'd come inside here. Come on in among your possum fur. Zara, come back in here. Come on. Zara, fetch. Zara, fetch. What you might call a cleanish kill. Oh, it is flapping a bit. It's still swimming. I thought it was quite dead, but I think she'll get it all right. Yes, she made no bones about that one.
Yeah.
Now this is where you run into a bit of a problem. You see, you got a duck there with a bit of life in it that she's retrieving. She's 10 minutes ago had a fight to the finish with a possum. And I bet she's got that duck now like a vice. Zara, come. It's a mallard drake. Zara, come. And give. Good girl.
It's a good size.
Yes, that's a much better bird. No, it's not a mallard drake, it's a mallard hen. Jolly good.
Two up.
Two up. Maybe we're starting to relax. No, this is the big thing, that you come out here the first morning of the season. This is the morning that you've been waiting for. You sit here and the ducks come in and you're all excitement and you're tensed, and how can you expect to hit me then? Well, I don't know, old girl. That's 22 shots we've had and 2 ducks. At something over $3 a box for cartridges, that's about $1.40 for each duck. That's expensive eating, isn't it?
Duck shooter Alan Wilkes and his dog Zara, with producer Jack Perkins, on the opening day of the duck shooting season in 1973. There are more than 60,000 licence holders now, and since that was recorded, hunters must use non-toxic shot if they're shooting near waterways. And that was an episode of the long-running RNZ documentary series Spectrum. Many thanks to Ngā Taonga Sound and Vision.